Honestly, I think one of the hardest parts of designing a creative learning activity in the classroom using technology is really finding that balance between making it fun and exciting for students while also making sure that it is aligned with educational purposes so that it doesn't seem as though students are just playing per se, but they are actually acquiring skills and building knowledge during the process. It's really easy to get excited about using tools like Canva or Google Slides per se, but um, we have to make sure that the activity doesn't end up being more about the tool than about learning. So they don't that students don't get caught up in the cute elements and you know the eye candy of it all, if you will, but that they actually learn something, that they still focus on the skills that need to be showcased through the use of technology in the classroom. That's something I know that I would have to be really intentional about with my students, because they love technology, they love the computers, they love to play games and things of that nature. But using it for educational purposes, I would really have to instill in them that the goal is still to learn and to demonstrate those skills we've learned throughout ELA, in the classroom. Another thing that feels challenging is making sure that everything actually aligns with the standards, with Louisiana state standards in particular. As a teacher, we cannot just create something that looks engaging. We have to be able to explain what students are learning about and how it connects to the curriculum. Because we don't want to just give students busy work, and we always need to explain or provide evidence of why a particular activity is effective for students. And so that requires a lot of planning, and then we have to think ahead of time and ensure that we are giving the activity a chance to teach our students instead of just being a relaxation activity, if you will. I also think that choosing the right technology tool can be tricky. There are so many options out there, and not every tool is going to work for every group of students. Some students might pick it up quickly, while others might struggle just figuring out how to use a tool, and that can slow things down and take away from the actual learning. So we have to make sure that whatever we do is inclusive to all, is diverse, and is meeting the needs of our students. And no one feels left out. No one feels excluded from the environment or ostracized. We want to create something that will meet every student exactly where they are. And then there's making sure, of course, that all students can be successful. Not every student learns the same way or feels comfortable using technology. So I really have to think about how to support those different needs and give different options. So overall, I believe that the biggest challenge is being intentional in my planning, making sure that the creativity, the technology, and the learning goals all connect in a way that benefit the students, that actually benefits them, grows them, builds their knowledge, and does not just entertain them, but that they can take something away from the experience. And that is just the biggest goal for me as an educator when I'm going to incorporate technology into my classroom. I want it to be effective and that the kids will learn, We have to be intentional about those things.